great story. So another question I want to ask is like, how do you go from being an NFL starting linebacker to being an NFL chaplain for the Bengals? Like, that's so broad. Like, I just want to touch on that a little bit because, like, it's like I was thinking about it like before, like coming for this interview. I'm like, you go from being somebody who's on the team, everybody looked at, oh yeah, you're just one of the guys, and then now you're like preaching again, preaching for people, speaking life into them, speaking like mission, like as a missionary in a sense too, like
Yes, yes.
onto people's lives. Like that's a huge role change from being a athlete to now being a chaplain. So like really talking that because I commend you on that. That's amazing.
It's a big role change, and I'm
Yeah,
still learning. I'm still
yeah.
adapting. This is 2 years
Two
now
years,
that
okay.
I've been a team chaplain,
Yeah,
and um, so it's different. You go in there, you work there.
yeah,
When you're a player, you work there. You have your locker.
yeah,
You feel you belong there.
yeah.
But as a chaplain, you're a guest in there. So chaplain's
Mm.
like a team pastor in a
Yeah,
way.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
and not just the players, but the organization.
Organization, yep,
So
organization. You're
it's a unique role,
right.
and I
Yeah,
love that I don't have to do it. I get to
get to
do it.
do it.
So
Wow,
I mean I
that's a
love what I do,
grower.
and just
That's
to
a
bring
grower.
you in behind the scenes a little bit,
Yeah,
um, I deal with the spiritual needs of the players.
yeah.
It could be, somebody would like premarital counseling.
Mhm.
My wife and I, we do that together.
Yeah, I'm talking about that a little bit. Yeah.
Uh, Conducting weddings. I've now we've done 4 weddings
Oh
this past
wow,
year.
dang, that's
Well,
amazing.
last year.
Yeah,
We and then like whether it's like a time of chapel, a time of reflection, a
yeah,
Bible study, a
yeah,
time to serve in the community. Uh,
yeah, yep.
what one organization will pack clothes or food to send locally or internationally. So
Mhm.
we get involved that way because I want them, like as a player, I think they need to be doing things outside
Yeah,
of
just
those
playing.
of playing. It
Yeah,
brings life to you,
it does. It does.
and
It does.
as a follower of Christ, you get to
Yeah.
use your platform for His glory.
For glory. Wow.
And it doesn't always have to be public.
Yeah,
It could be
yeah,
behind the
yeah.
scenes.
Exactly.
But I want to make sure that learning the Bible or Bible study, that's vital,
Mhm.
absolutely.
Yeah,
But I want to make sure they're doing the work of ministry too. It can't
yeah,
just be me telling them, and they just hear because after when football's done, then they've never done the work of ministry. I want them to
yeah,
go out, be empowered to
yeah.
go and do.
Wow. Yeah, that's so important, I think, because it is bigger than just, just going through the normal day of your Bible study or right before the game or things like that, but doing things outside the field to help others.
Yeah,
That is like I like what you said about like it's enriching like to your spirit. Like
yeah.
you get a different piece, like when you go out and you actually go help people that are actually in need,
Hmm.
and you were able to do it. And I like also like what you said. Like you said, you don't have to do the job; you get to do it.
Yeah.
I think that's huge because a lot of people don't look at their jobs like that and
Mm.
life in general like that. Like you're doing something you're passionate about now. That's amazing. I really like when you told me that. I was like, "What? You're the chaplain? Like that's crazy." But no, I commend you on that.
I did also want to share
Yeah,
with you,
yeah,
if you don't mind,
yeah,
um,
yeah.
like financially.
Hmm.
Of course, it's always good to give, like financially.
Yeah.
And as a player, I did that. I still
Hmm.
give. Many players give to their
Hmm.
initiatives that they feel passionate about,
Yeah,
which is
yeah, yeah,
wonderful. That's
yeah.
needed.
That is.
But when they show up and
Hmm.
give their time, not just players, but
Mm,
even coaches,
yeah,
and not just coaches, but even coaches' wives, players' wives, significant others. When they show up and give their time, it it does something more. Whether it's going to a banquet, whether it's going to a high school.
yeah,
Recently, I brought some of the players to a high school, and we just spoke about some of the adversity. Really, they spoke about some of
yeah,
the adversity they had been through,
yeah,
and it does a lot for a young person to hear, "Hey, this guy went through adversity.
hmm,
Uh, to me, he's made it. He's at the.
yeah.
I thought everything would be great for him, but
Hmm.
not only did he go through adversity, but he still is.
Yep.
Man, maybe I can fight through.
Through
So
this,
so it's
yeah.
they're using their
Wow.
platform, and
Yeah.
I'm glad I kind of just get to be a cheerleader and
Yeah.
get to facilitate
Say
those
that,
things.
yeah. Dang, that's I never thought about it like that. But yeah, it is one thing to give from home, but when you actually put your time into it and go and actually be there, it
Hmm.
does something to people.